And that's the last of Lake Alma's elevators off to the southeast, about 8 miles. And these are the Lake Alma uplands, part of the mixed grass ecoregion, which stretches from here all the way down south to the Gulf of Mexico. In the mid-foreground there is the bed of the rail line that the CPR laid through here in 1929, the Bromhead subdivision. And coming around to look due north up what I hope is Range Road 18-3, because we're looking for blooming Saskatchewan this Sunday evening just after supper time, July 24th, 2016. So there was never a station at Blooming, but there was an elevator built by the Canadian Consolidated Grain Company in 1930, closed by the United Grain Growers in 1971. On March the 1st, 1912, J. Halverson opened a Blooming post office named for his hometown in Minnesota. The office was closed by Merlin Torgenrud on November the 6th, 1954. And looking around to the south, the Lake Alma uplands are part of the Missouri Costeau, which rises to the west, the Third Prairie Steppe, mainly on the far side of the Big Muddy Valley. There's some farming up here. A lot of it's pretty rough country. The tops of the hills are all burned, at least on the south-facing slopes. Looking due south here. You can see the change beyond the green there. Looks like pretty hilly pasture land. And there's an erratic, stagnant ice moraine, all knob and kettle with little lakes. Coming around, if you've got good eyes, you can see the Lake Alma elevator right over there. Well, this is confusing. We're on Highway 18, about 2 or 3 miles south of the rail line. And here's Blooming School. The kids go to Gladmar, to the comprehensive high school now. Have for many years. A bus ride, about 10k down this highway, west. And this is Treaty 4 territory, signed mainly at Fort Capel on September the 15th, 1874, between Queen Victoria's representative, Alexander Morris, the Lieutenant Governor of the Northwest Territories at the time, and Cree, Saulteaux, and Assiniboine people. They agreed to share their land, and they did. 1909, the Canadian Northern built into Radville, about 20 miles north of here. Settlers began trickling into this district. Norwegians, that's the Dove Blooming Cemetery down there. First and second generation Norwegians from Minnesota, Swedes, Scottish folks, other British, some Germans here and there. They altered the landscape drastically, and their activities didn't often include First Nations folks. A situation that continues and has to be reconciled soon. And here's the Dawes Cemetery gates. First interment was 1915. A little farther west down the highway, another of the old schools. The pump jacks in the background are about 2,000 meters above the Bakken Formation in the Williston Sedimentary Basin. When the price is right, they'll be pumping out that highly volatile crude oil to send down east. It's remembered that James Edward Block, the longtime postmaster of Gladmar and reeve of the RM of Surprise Valley, was instrumental in persuading the CPR to extend their branch line out beyond Lake Alma, where they'd arrived in 1925 and quit. The rail line saw no scheduled traffic from the mid-1980s onward, and it was recognized as a grain-dependent branch in 1995. A notice of discontinuance was issued on August 4th, 1998, and there's no steel left on the line. Blooming, Saskatchewan.